Well, I guess nobody gonna do the intro. Y'all just both sitting there and rubbing hands or whatever. But welcome to the Uncensored Police Sports Podcast. You got Wayne, Ethan, excuse me, and Tim in the building. I don't know how much this game means for the playoff situation because I don't think that we're gonna get out of the play-in. But it was good to see the Bull back out there. It was good to see Embiid back out there. It was good to see him. He looked kind of slender. He looked, how usually when B would be going for a while, he come back and he look all extra heavy or everything else. He looked a little slender to me. Of course, his condition is not right yet, but I mean, he was in there. He was balling out. Oubre was the story of the fourth. I don't know what that dude said. Somebody said something to Oubre at the end of the third, like when they was going back, like after the clock went off. One of them Thunder players said something to Oubre, and it was like, all right. Oubre came out in the fourth quarter with a vengeance, offense, defense, everything all over the place. So he brought it home or brought it down there to, and then you get the big guys back, and he finished the game out for us. But of course they didn't have Shy playing tonight, and the other guy I forget his name. I don't know why. He's their second best player. Their best two players wasn't playing tonight. But that being said, we ain't had Maxey and we got Embiid back and out of shape. But I'm excited to see what this team look like if Embiid gets back in shape. If he can get back in good enough shape, if Oubre could keep this up and playing the way that he plays, and Maxey come back and play how he was playing, Maxey fully healthy, I think it'll open it up for a whole lot of them other guys. I'd like to see what we're going to do.
Embiid had 30 minutes. I was nervous for Embiid too a little bit. Here go Master Craft starting this nonsense. Oh man, what a game! They tried to ruin Embiid's comeback game. They tried to ruin Embiid's game, but the Sixers won't let it happen. Oubre and the Sixers wouldn't let it happen, man. It was a good game tonight, man. Yeah, they ain't have SGA. I don't care. You play who's in front of you. Like Wayne said, Wayne had Maxey, man. But we made plays when it's time to make plays. They was hot, though. They was on fire in the first half, hitting them threes, man. But Oubre did get us going, man. Hats off to him. Mm-hmm. He was struggling at first. I think the end of the third and the fourth, he just started. He was on fire.
It was the fourth quarter. Because by the end of the third, him and Toby had the same play. They had the exact same stats. Him and Toby.
Yeah, I ain't sure how many, but I think he hit 2 threes right before that too.
Oh, if he did that, then that means he was struggling.
Yeah, he got on fire. A couple of plays you did see him be gassed the way he was attacking the court, attacking the rim. Lost the ball a couple of times. Was a little off, but he gotta get his timing back, man. Good to see the big fella back. We need that big guy up there to defend the basket. That helped greatly on defense, man. Be down and defend the basket. He did have that clutch still at that. He did. Mm-hmm. Listen, see, I like the way they reffing, but it's a little confusing about these new rules. I guess we'll get into a little later when you had Reggie Miller on there saying he don't know if that's a foul or not, and I don't know. Sometimes you don't know what's a foul and what's not, but they for the most part they ref the game pretty good. They ain't call a lot of ticky-tack. You really had to go in there and get fouled. So Embiid got to get used to that too. He got to get his legs under his conditioning, man. But look, as of right now, we're going to be all right.
6 games to do it. He got 6 games to do it.
I do want that.
Yes, X-Man. Yes, X-Man. Yeah.
Right, can I get in?
I want the 6 spot.
You could have started this show. We were sitting here for like a whole minute. You ain't even say nothing.
But now
you hit the start button and sat there and ain't say nothing. I figured you ain't want to talk.
By the way, Toby's trash. Hold on, I didn't finish my Toby's trash. By the way, Tobias Harris. Listen, somebody said it's Maxey, B, and Oubre. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly top 3. Yeah.
First of all, MOTC, just to answer your question, the Sixers didn't trade Isaiah Joe. They cut him. Morey cut him because he said he probably wasn't going to get no playing time. So that's why he's on the
Yeah, because Doc wasn't giving him no time. Yeah.
No, because they cut him.
Doc wouldn't give him no time, and he went somewhere and got playing time.
He did give him time. You still don't cut him. The general man, he's not the general manager. You don't cut him. You kept Korkmaz, but you cut Isaiah Joe. Stop.
Korkmaz still here?
No, he's still on the team. I'm talking about.
Is Korkmaz still here?
Korkmaz was here up until February.
Oh yeah, because Doc was giving Korkmaz time. He wasn't giving Isaiah Joe time or Paul Reed, but you know.
But anyway, as far as now, this is what Joel got to remember that they made the rules change as far as refereeing a little bit, not calling a bunch of calls. They did this prior to Joel Embiid going out or after Joel went out. So Joel's going to have to adjust to the new way that they actually are refereeing the game. But besides that, as far as this game was nice, man, because we missed Joel. I mean, you just see the difference between not having a big man in the team. Him and then having, and I thought Paul Reed played well, backing him up. I think he's in the right role, backing him up.
Jury's still out.
I know I saw that Mo Bamba wasn't even on the roster tonight. I don't know if he was out sick or something. But overall, great game. Oubre really, those two big time 3-pointers that he hit back to back in the fourth quarter, that ignited us.
And the dunks. No, he hit 2 in the fourth quarter. Remember he hit Go ahead, John. My bad.
He was 4-7 from 3-point land, but he hit 2 back-to-back buckets because at one point they was up by 11, 12 points, and then he cut that lead, then got the steals offensively, defensively. Oubre was all over this game, especially that fourth quarter. That's what we needed. We need that presence. So, I mean, you saw the value of Kyle Lowry. He's not a starter in the league no more, in my opinion, but he is clutch. In the fourth quarter, he had that drawing those fouls, that offensive foul, crucial, getting them steals. He's a smart basketball player. He's a big-time player that you could use down the stretch in games. Tobias has what more can you say about Tobias except that
he's Tobias?
But Nick Nurse, he got to know you got to know your personnel. You got to know. I mean, because Tobias he missed 2 wide open shots down the clutch. Could have hurt us. Could have cost us the game. Bunnies.
You're right. It was the fourth quarter. My bad. It was the fourth quarter. You hit them 2 threes.
No. I was going to tell you it was the fourth quarter because remember that's what I was saying. Him and Tobias had similar stats. Yeah, him and Tobias had similar stats, and then Oubre opened up the fourth quarter. That's why I said that whatever the dude said in the third, Oubre came out in the fourth on fire.
He did.
But to the point, I don't know who said it earlier. Somebody says, I think it was X-Man said about the difference between Toby and Oubre. And I actually said it during the game, like they both can be inconsistent, but Oubre don't ever shy away. Oubre feel like he gonna get you, he gonna make something happen every time. Toby starts to turtle up and get into his shell. He looks like he don't even want to touch the ball, which is fine with me if you got Maxey, Oubre, and Embiid. Toby just float around out there, and if you get a wide open shoot, but don't break it like he just did that last one. But
Oubre had 17 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he went off.
Wow,
he went off.
Wow. Lowry defense. Listen, he a little slower his defenses, but Joel Embiid helps that. A healthy Joel Embiid, he helps all that, man. He covers up for a lot. We talked about that before.
They had that pick and roll going too. Him and Lowry had that pick and roll going.
Him and Oubre had it too. Remember at the end of the fourth, him and Oubre was
that pick and roll with him and Lowry ain't gonna mean nothing if Lowry can't score. Now with him and Oubre and maybe him and Buddy Hield, it'll work out a lot better. And him and Maxey, of course, but
yeah.
Oh, and for the record, you talking about Embiid getting used to these new rules. He only played 30 minutes. He had 12 free throws tonight. So it ain't like, remember we were talking about, wasn't Embiid leading the league with 10 free throws per game. He came back. He still got 12 free throws. And I'm going to tell you what, that first call they made in the beginning of the game, I love to see how Embiid went and attacked the basket. To me, that was not an offensive foul. If you're going to let these players play physical, don't call all these. But then you got Chet Holmgren coming down, throwing elbows and all that, and giving him and ones. Like, come on, man.
What I still don't like, I forgot about Melton. What's up with him?
He got a bad back.
He got that Ben Simmons sickness, huh?
I mean, when it comes to back stars, they can be real funny.
I don't know how he gets in the lineup now. I got to be honest. You playing well. The playoffs about to start. How do you just throw him in the lineup? Who's he get time over? Payne? Nah, I don't think so. Kyle Lowry? That's Nick Nurse, man.
But he might. But see, but I think that's the beauty of it. If you have that kind of depth, I think you could go by again. If you got a coach that knows his personnel and knows when to take him out and put him in, you can do stuff like that. Like run, you know what I'm saying? It might be a certain game where it may be a series against Boston's, and it might be one day that Melton just on his and he playing excellent defense on Jalen or something. You know what I'm saying? So,
this is terrible for Melton too, because this is contract year, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is contract year. So this is real bad for him, man. I feel kind of bad for him. He playing for a new contract. So that's terrible. Terrible time to get injured, man. When your livelihood's on the line. He playing for his whole family right now. So hope he heal up, man. Hope he get healthy, man. Can play. Because he can still contribute to a team in the league.
Yeah, Melton. Oh, I think Buddy Hield is going to produce more. I think Buddy Hield in there more. I think what Nurse wanted to do was get Embiid in there more with the guys that he's going to be running with. Like, and to me, that looks like Oubre is going to be in that starting line. Remember, we was talking about, like, I think Oubre, you got to have Oubre in that starting lineup with him, with Embiid, and maybe sit Batum. Either Batum or Toby got to go to the bench, and Oubre needs to start.
Batum, but Oubre started today, didn't he? Batum going to the bench. Yeah, no. Maxey come back.
Yeah,
Payne going to the bench.
No. I'm saying though, because before, remember, it was like for a while it was like Batum was one of the starting. I hope he's.
That's over. I think that's over.
Okay, I hope so. Yeah,
you can't start. You can't even start Batum and Toby. They like
right.
Batum, he will hit an open three though. I give him that.
He will.
Toby, yeah, something. Toby is all in his hair. It's all up here. Toby,
I mean,
I need to get some breaks.
You know the funny part, we talking. Toby shot 5 for 8 from 3 tonight.
His misses was bad. The misses was bad.
Well, I don't think one of them was a 3. I think one was must have been like a foot inside, but he shot 5 for 8 from 3. Everything inside that 3 line, everything inside that 3-point line was trash.
Exactly.
He was broke.
It seemed like he got scared. Like, remember when he shot that bad 3? After that, he was like scared to shoot. He was. It was shook because he had an open look. He didn't want to take it, man. So he shell shot. Once that happened, Nick, coaches got to pay attention to get him out of there. I mean, I guess
he definitely was trash in the second half. He was trash in the second half, absolutely.
Yeah, I think y'all get on Wayne about Toby. You know that's his man's. They grew up together. Him and Toby.
If you see OKC how they work, the way OKC operate, they got a lot of youth. We're going to need somebody that's young and athletic up top. With Maxey, because OKC they was flying all around. They was getting a lot of open 3-pointers because their rotation was sick.
I mean, you do know they're the number 1 3-point shooting team in the league, right?
Yeah, but clearly they still was getting open. They was getting wide open. We don't have any speed up top besides Maxey, and we're gonna need.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to starting the Oubre at the 2. Didn't he come in? Didn't he start at the 2 at one of them games?
Batum? He did. Who you start? Batum? That means you got to start Batum.
Yeah.
Batum, Toby.
But I don't know about necessarily if you got Embiid down there beating the pin, because Batum can play defense and can play a little physical.
He can.
Nah.
I mean, he a little better than PJ because he can actually shoot the ball.
I would take KJ Martin over Batum.
Nah.
Because you need athleticism.
Nah, he's too undersized. He's
undersized. What you talking about at the 2? Put him at the 2?
No, I'm talking about down low, like with him and the beat.
He's too undersized.
No. He's too undersized. What are you like 6'3" at power forward? A 6'3" power forward or something?
Not 6'4", 6'5", 6'4".
And the only great power forward that was that short was Barkley. Barkley was 6'6", almost 6'5".
Ephraim is watching step get cut. Yeah, I don't know what the KJ Martin love is. He's all right.
He's athletic. He's athletic.
Yeah, Buddy Hield ain't got no athleticism in him, man.
He don't.
Is it me? He has no athleticism. He can shoot. He can hardly create his own shot. Or no, matter of fact, let me change that. He can't create his own shot.
But yeah, he needs a player like. But see, that's why I like Buddy Hield to play that role. Like how remember when B first came to the league and he had JJ, and remember when JJ was killing the league when it was like that little pick and pop and pick. Yeah. That's what, and they did it with Seth. Like they was doing that with Seth with Bede. So I think that you should see more of that with Buddy Hield when him and Bede is in the game together.
I need to see more because Buddy Hield also like in the end of the half. Remember he got the ball stripped. Like he could have put us up.
He don't got no handle. I told you. Listen, I tried to tell y'all about Buddy Hield. He nice, but he'll have this.
Campaign had 10 rebounds.
How many Toby had?
Toby, Oubre, and Bede all had 6. Campaign had 10. And Reed had 9. Well, you know that's because the team you're playing against is a 3-point shooting team, so you're gonna have, you know what I'm saying, longer rebounds and stuff.
B had 6 turnovers.
10 and 5 is actually a nice game for campaign.
He had 7 assists too. 6 turnovers. He got cut them. It's his first game back, so I'm
about to say you could tell it was rusty. You could tell it was rusty. It was like even when he was going to make some of the moves, you could just tell he was rusty. That's why I'm saying, I know OKC trying to win the game too. They playing for their thing, but I was so irked. Stop triple teaming that man. God damn it, man, he just got back at like the 2 months.
You talking about Brett?
OKC triple team. OKC was like triple teaming him. Like, come on, bro.
They were trying to see if he ready. Come
on, man.
Hey, the boy RJ, we do have a plan after the double. You talk about the double on beat. He gotta get his timing back. It was his first game.
Plans out. Yeah,
first game. Let him. He just got comfortable. Home game. They want him to play a home team. You don't want to give him his first game on the road. So now is the time to play him. Listen, let him get comfortable out there, man. Next game, he's gonna keep getting better and better for the playoffs. I'm glad he back before the playoffs, though.
Yeah. What was the whole process of him saying he's not playing and he's playing, and then like he didn't come to the shoot around this morning, but all of a sudden he's
you know how B loved to draw up the drama. He probably called AI, told AI he was coming, he was playing. You know what I mean? So. You know, AI,
that's like that Mike Jordan type stuff, you know, like
I ain't gonna lie though, it was good to have him back, man. It's just different. He been in the line.
It is. Tim start hating on him next week. What you say, Ethan?
I'm sorry, hating on next week.
I said it was good to have B back, man. You felt the energy in the building, man. Yeah, Phil Evans, that's what it felt like. They said nobody don't let nobody but B beat us, and they let Oubre beat you. That's what that's what happened.
Hey, listen, y'all hyping Isaiah Joe up you want, but Oubre gave him the bit. That's who was guarding Oubre. Oubre was at them 2 threes. Remember them 2 threes Ethan was talking about? Right in Isaiah Joe's face. And he was out there, he was cooking Isaiah Joe.
But I'm glad Isaiah Joe got the opportunity, man.
I did too. I liked Isaiah Joe when he was here.
Yeah, he was a nice young boy. He just didn't get a shot. He was on a team that was deep. They were like
was the team that deep?
He wasn't gonna play over Steph Curry. He wasn't gonna play over
it wasn't always just when Steph Curry was here.
It was Maxey. It just wasn't enough room for him to get into the rotation.
So what? So it's basically Doc. Oh, Doc. Remember when Ben first didn't play and Doc came and he was running. He was running all them boys out there. He wasn't giving Isaiah Joe no burn. He was running. Remember he was running Furkan out there, giving him all the minutes. So Isaiah Joe wasn't getting no burn.
No, first of all, Doc gave Isaiah Joe's shots, but he just wasn't. He didn't step up.
Let me ask y'all, what y'all think about B playing 30 minutes? Y'all good with that?
I am.
Yeah, it was first.
You still give him 30 minutes going forward, or it depends on the game?
I think it depends on the game. Well, honestly, if he can do it. Because I do think when Reggie Miller and them said, I thought that was going to be the case too. I thought it was going to be a matter of like you put Embiid in early in the 4th and then bring him out and then see how it goes. But I think Embiid probably wanted to be out there. He want to shock his body into shape. Only reason why I'm saying I don't have as much a problem is because I think they took their time to make sure the injury was healed. Like, you know, sometimes people rush him back. I do think it's healed. I think it's healed. I think it's just his conditioning, honestly.
And also, the boy is not the same guy that he was 2 years ago. He's a lot better of a shooter, Isaiah Joe. Like, we saw the potential in him. We also saw when he went down, when they took him down to the G League, he played better. But when he did get opportunities, he didn't always rise to the occasion. So
it was the same thing. It was
playing with a younger team, he got the experience. He got a chance to mess up and do those things.
No, you know what he got? Yeah, he got a chance. He got a chance from the coach to learn the game. It wasn't a Doc Rivers that want to play old PJ Tuckers and all these old dudes. It was a coach. Remember how Doc you had to.
He want to play Maxey.
Doc didn't want to play Maxey. He didn't want to play Paul Reed. He didn't want to play Isaiah Joe. He did not want to play. Remember when he said, "Oh, we ain't going to do the Paul Reed championship tour." Remember that? Remember he was hating on Paul Reed.
A championship caliber team. They was rooting. They was looking to win a championship. So you can't just play a bunch of young boys.
Not with PJ Tucker starting, you wasn't.
In OKC, you can play a bunch of young boys because they had no expectations. All of them
they do so. What you mean they don't have expectations? They've been building this.
OKC was not. They had no expectations. 2 years
They
ago,
got a lot of Isaiah Joe love.
You do know they went to the playoffs when they went to the playoffs when in Dort rookie year. You know they went to the playoffs, right?
They had no expectations in that organization but to let the young men grow as a unit. That's it. Our expectation was to win an NBA championship. So you can't just play a bunch of young boys. You was already playing Maxey. You can't play a bunch of them because their expectations were different.
He wasn't playing Max. I wasn't playing Maxey. That's
Their
the point.
expectations were different from ours.
When they was young bulls, he wasn't letting them young bulls play.
You still have to develop. You still have to develop your talent, man. So, but all the Isaiah Joe love, he had very good looks at the end of the game and missed. So I mean, he had wide open looks to tie the game up, and he missed. So. You're giving a lot of love to the dude that didn't make that shot when he had them looks. But what was he 4 for 11, 4 for 13 from 3 or something like that? But he did well.
I'm telling y'all, OKC for real. I think OKC is for real. I think they've been building this, and I've been saying this the last couple of years. I do think that they're in position because they got draft picks galore.
They number one in the West.
Yes.
I don't know if they're still number one after this loss, but they was number one.
Well, it says they got the top. They won. Their loss might have brought them even with them. I know they were one game up in the loss column, but they lost tonight, and they play Boston tomorrow night. So,
where are we at? Where are we at in the column? We got to get that.
I don't know if we're gonna get 6.
We got to get
out the play. The Pacers are holding down 6 right now. We have 40. Heat at 41. Pacers at 43. Magic 44. And the Boston ain't gonna be caught. The Boston can rest their players for the rest of the rest of the regular season, and they'll still have first.
Right.
I can't believe they got to lead that big in the East right there. Between first and second, that's huge.
I think I can believe it. I think the Sixers would have probably been in second place by now if without injuries, like because we also forget. You know what? Because remember before Oubre got hurt, we was cooking. Then Oubre went down, and we still was winning with Beat. So I'm saying. We lost Oubre for a stretch, we lost Embiid for a stretch, and we lost Maxey for stretches. So I'm saying if we didn't have, and I know other teams had situations, but to have those players like that, we was hurting when Oubre went down for that stretch. A little bit, you know what I'm saying? But
we got to win out, though. We really got to win out.
No, not really. Why?
Because
we don't. I agree with Tim.
We in the play-in no matter what. We secure the play-in. But
I want to get 6. I don't want to be in a play-in.
We're not going to get 6. You like 5 games back with 6 games to play.
We either going to play Boston or the Celtics in the first round.
Boston is the Celtics, but
my fault. Boston or the Bucks in the first round. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm fine with playing the Bucks. Bucks don't scare me. Boston, it's a different story, but Bucks don't scare me.
I mean,
do Cleveland scare y'all?
No. Boston is the only team. Boston is the only team that I'm. If Embiid is fully healthy and Maxey's fully healthy. And all the rest of these players is what they are. I go toe to toe with anybody, except like I said, Boston is Boston. But you just gotta hope that you're gonna get the Brick and Tatum or you know how Boston go through the stretch in the playoffs or in the seasons and stuff when they be like, well, maybe they can't play together. You know how they start them rumors and talking about somebody gonna leave or something. Oh yeah, how about that? Doc was giving Springer. How about that?
It was Springer over Joe. Joe should have been getting those Springer minutes. Doc set the team back.
No, he didn't. I'm taking.
Joe wasn't here. He's a Doc fan. Joe wasn't here with Springer though, was he? Joe wasn't here with Springer though, was he? Joe wasn't.
I think he's just making that up.
Where is Springer?
Springer in Boston.
Remember they traded him to Boston.
Let me see.
So wait, is any of the other dudes? So is what's his name coming back? Is Covington done for this year? Covington and what's up with Covington and Melton?
I think
I don't even need. I forgot about Covington.
I mean, Covington still got top tier defense if he you know what I'm saying.
Calm down.
What? I didn't say he's a shut. He do
down with that
Covington stuff. Covington is a top tier defensive player.
When 3 years
is
ago,
he still?
You thinking about the past?
No, even up to last year, Covington. All right.
No, Covington wasn't even playing. He was just growing in his trade.
Isaiah Joe was here with Springer.
He was
okay.
Yeah.
But Springer was like playing in the G
All
League.
those Bassey, Charlie. That was Seth Curry, Drummond, Danny Green, Harden, Isaiah Joe, Springer here, Maxey.
I remember Doc wasn't giving. Paul Reed was going in the G League, getting buckets, b-ball Paul, but he didn't want to give him burn. First it was a one bull. Who was the bull? The boy Ethan and Ephraim, like what's his name? The Washington Redskin boy that fought the Eagle fan. He was like, I ain't no beat. Mike Scott. Doc was giving Mike Scott the finish first. I doubt it. And then the other year when we was here and he had DeAndre Jordan, he kept trying to force DeAndre Jordan to play and everything else. And then he finally gave Paul Reed some burn. Paul Reed balled, and then he was all mad, like, "Oh, don't start a parade for him yet." Like, come on, man. Doc was goofy with the young players.
I'd rather play Rocco. I'd rather play Covington over Melton too, though. By the way, if they both came back at the same time, I think I'm going with the length, but Covington and the defense over Melton. I like Melton, but
especially against a team like Boston.
Yeah.
Question though, do y'all think OKC could challenge anybody in the West? Y'all think they up there? Can they beat anybody in the West right now?
I think it still goes through. I think the chip's still gonna go through Denver over there.
I like the boy Chet Holmgren. This is the first time I really got a chance to see him play. He looks solid.
Oh he for real. You ain't see what him and what's his name? Wemby was going at it.
I saw the him and Wemby went through. They went at it, but you know
Wemby gave him that business. Gave him the business. Chet is cat food, dog food, whatever kind of food you want to say. If you got a healthy Embiid in there, he would have been nowhere near as effective.
I mean, they was getting the ball out of B's hand. They was trapping and tripling him, making sure he didn't get comfortable.
Because they're young. You see how fast they could lock up on him. They got to him real fast.
They was trapping him quick, making him make. B gonna get his timing back though, making them decisions, passing the ball to double team, man. I got faith that B. I got confidence B gonna get it back. I want him to keep the braids in too. I like braided B.
I did too. But yeah, I do think though too, because people forget, man. Sometimes like you could even still be in shape, but playing sports shape is different from you can be in regular shape, but then you get out on the court or the field and you go to play, and it's a reason why the players have preseason and camps and stuff like that. Like they keep in shape all year, but you got to get in sports shape. And you can see it would be, you know what I'm saying? You could tell he was winded and everything else. So he
cut his beard off. He got a goatee now. You see a little goatee.
Who?
B.
Can B grow facial hair?
No, he used to have a beard. Remember he had the beard?
Did he have the LeBron John?
I don't know. I can't remember if it was LeBron John or not. He went FBA style.
Oh, he had an Ethan goatee.
Yeah.
The pork chops. I'm gonna get them. What's the bull?
The sideburns. Ludacris.
The
Ludacris Jones. Oh, before the Illuminati made him cut it off.
Yeah. Before Cat Williams made them Jones, cut them Jones off.
So the AI hook. The AI hook beat up with his braid stylist. Like, yo, I got somebody for you. I know where to go.
AI mine was braiding and B hair before the game.
I remember those days. Right, and then I was like, y'all on the court he getting his hair braided.
Yeah. Yo, real quick. No, so what y'all think about that LSU game in Iowa college women's college basketball game? Y'all like that game? Y'all like Caitlin Clark? She the truth?
I ain't watched. I don't think I've ever watched a women's basketball game after I was the age 12.
No, she's a skilled player. You gotta give her props. She's good. I was rooting for LSU. I like Angel and her squad. Shit, they ain't gonna be South Carolina. I'll tell you that much. I think South Carolina's gonna come up there and beat them.
Yeah. Ain't they? Didn't they? Who won 36 straight? I think that was South Carolina, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They got a little squad. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Listen, I'm gonna watch that and see what happens. I don't watch a whole lot of it, but she can play, man. Caitlin Clark can play. I give her props. She definitely can play. But
well, That's it. Anything else? What's up?
I think we'll be back. We'll be back on Thursday. We play Miami. This is a big game because Miami is the very next team right in front of us. So we can get there. We might can get to that 7th spot. So anything.
Yeah, we want to get the 7th spot though too, because don't they get the home court on that first? Like when the 7 and 8 play, don't the 7th spot get the home court? I'm sure 7th spot probably get home court for the play in.
So yeah, so this is a big game. Is Maxey gonna be back? Do anybody know the status of Maxey? Like what's going on?
Oh, I thought you knew. Why is he still out? He playing get back in the play to play.
They probably just I'm not even mad at that. If it's you just making sure he complete. I think the Sixers might just be trying to make sure they completely healthy heading into the playoff. You done had too many years where you worried about injury statuses coming in the first round and lingering into the second round. I just want to see everybody healthy. Honestly.
Maxey might be like, listen, this is a contract year. My body is more important than playing these games right now. So who knows?
Who's saying that?
I don't think Maxey's saying that.
Saying that? No one ain't saying it.
He said Maxey. You said Maxey.
Might be saying it. His dad might be saying it. His agent might be saying it. So
then you should have got paid. See, this is what I'm talking about. You should have got paid then. Why you let Rory talk you out of not getting your money?
Which is why he can't just come and say, I'm just going to play and risk it all. So I can see with him sitting out. I don't have a problem with him sitting out. Right now, he doesn't have right now he's a free agent coming this season. He's the number 1 actual free agent. So I mean,
man, that money already in his pocket, bro.
First of all,
in his pocket.
First of all, I'm not pushing nobody back out there so you get hurt. If you can play, go out there and play.
Yeah.
I mean, but hey, we won without him. We'd have lost, I'd have been mad at it. But we won. We won without him. You know, so now it's up to Nick Nurse, man. Get that lineup together. I want to see what the starting line. I want to see if he plays starting lineup.
Reliable made up a good point. He made a good point because he said, Maxey been playing like 40 plus minutes since Embiid was down. So, I'm not mad at Maxey getting some rest. I think it might be more of that, like that load management type situation.
Because I'm not the one that made Maxey play the concussion. He didn't know his name. They had him run around out there. He ain't know where he was at.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap this up. Notice America totally forgot about Josh Giddey. He can go back to his perfect life and playing with OKC, no issues, no problems.
What'd he do?
They said it was something about him dating some underage girl. I don't know what the timelines and stuff was.
And all of a sudden, life is good for him. They're not going to be talking some surviving Josh Giddey. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to catch you on the next podcast. We out.